Hello everybody, my name is Pet Bong and thank you for tuning in to Crash Course series with Pet and Pedro. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about meeting conduct, which is a simple guideline for you to follow for when you're going into a hotel presentation, a house meeting, or even on a one-on-one basis, okay? And the tips are very simple and it's, very common sense. But they say that common sense is not really common practice. So that's why we're talking about this today. And before we get started, here's a few tips on some of the things that you should have with you, okay? The first one is you want to have your application, okay? Because if your friends are excited and they're ready to go, you want to have the proper tools to get them started right away, okay? Second, you want to have a working pen, okay? Make sure you have a few extra with you just in case the ink runs out, okay? And then third, you want to have your marketing tools, okay? Which is your success magazine and also your catalog with you, okay? It's going to be really helpful, especially if you're doing a one-on-one and you want to be able to leverage off of the stories of success that people have been able to get, and also if you have an upline diamond or blue diamond that you're working with, you can be able to utilize the magazines to be able to help you out, okay? And same thing with the product catalog. You want to be able to share testimonials and success from products that people have been able to get. And also, especially if your friends want to lose weight or they want to tone up, you want to be able to show the stories from the catalog, okay? And last, okay, you want to make sure that you have mints with you, okay? Because if your breath is kicking, your friend is not going to want to pay attention to anything that you're saying, okay? And then same thing with your friend, make sure that their breath is good too, because it's going to help you with your sanity. And trust me, okay? It is not a good thing, okay? if somebody's breath is kicking, okay? So let's go ahead and get started on the first step to meeting conduct, and that is dress for success, okay? And if you're doing, a product presentation or you're doing a challenge party, you don't have to be in a full-blown suit, but you want to still look presentable, okay? So you can wear jeans and your health t-shirt, okay? Just make sure that you look good, you're put together. We're representing a health and nutrition company, so you want to make sure that you look sexy, you look proactive, that your hair is done. Ladies, make sure your makeup is done, and you just want to be able to be a good representation, because first impression is everything, okay? If you're doing a compensation plan or you're doing a business presentation, you want to make sure you have a suit on, okay? Because people aren't going to take you seriously, if you come dressed down and you don't look presentable at all. It doesn't look like a sign of hope. So, in those cases, let's just a hotel meeting and you're the speaker or you're a featured speaker at a home presentation and it's going to be a lot of people there. You want to make sure that you have a suit on, okay? So that is dress for success. Step 2 is you want to be able to pick up your friend, okay? Or pick up your guest. Because most likely your friends are going to show up if you pick them up and you set a designated time to meet up with them, okay? And also it'll give you time in the car to be able to catch up with them and find out exactly what their hot buttons are, what their why is, what is it that they're looking for, what type of goals they want to accomplish. And you'll be able to talk to them and catch up with them and find out exactly what that is, okay? Our third step is you want to be early. Okay, we have a saying in this business. Early is on time is late, and late is unheard of, okay? Because you want to be able to give your friend, that time for them to really get to know them, to be able to, to follow the next step, which is introduce your friend, okay? Because have you ever been to a party before where you didn't know anybody? And you were just a wallflower, just hanging out, and you saw everybody having conversation, you feel left out. So during that time, the reason why you want to be early is you want to have that time for them to introduce them to other people with the same commonality. If your friend's into dance, I would introduce to somebody that's also into dance as well, okay, your friends into sports, introduce them to somebody that loves sports too. So they can feel that, wow, this is pretty cool. There's other people that are just like me and they're doing this business. So they're a little bit more open-minded to what the business is all about, okay? And you want to be able to introduce them to your sponsor as well, or the person that's going to be helping you to get them started, and especially with your upline and also the speaker as well, so they can already be acquainted ahead of time, okay? And your next step is you want to sit up front, okay? You want to be able to get them a seat up front, because we call those the hot seats, okay? Because most likely your friend, if they're sitting up front, they're gonna get started. Why? Because there's less distractions. Because people in the back, there's always side conversation. Somebody's hair might be sticking up in the way, okay? When your friend's sitting up front, they're in the zone, okay? They're gonna be able to pay attention the most. They're gonna be able to get called on by the speaker, okay? And they're just gonna feel all warm and fuzzy because they're right there in the front, okay? So next step is you wanna be able to participate. And you may have seen the presentation over and over and over again. You're like, why do I have to take notes for, But it's not for you, it's for your friend, okay? Because in a presentation, it's always about monkey see, monkey do. So your friend's gonna do exactly what you do. So if you look bored, okay, your arms are crossed, you're leaning back, okay? You're looking at your cell phone, your iPhone, whatever phone that you have, and just chatting away on Facebook, guess what? Your friends are gonna do the exact same thing. So instead, you want to be able to make sure that you set a good example for them, okay? Which is, leaning forward, paying attention to the speaker, engaging, participating, okay? So your friend can have the best chance to be able to do the same thing, okay? And then last is opening, okay? And opening just simply means opening up a new relationship, opening up a new business relationship with them and getting them started right away, because that's where the energy is the highest. Okay, and that's the time you want to be able to take out the application. And you want to do the 3 T's, okay? The 3 T's stands for turn, tap, and talk. So you want to be able to turn to your friend right after the presentation, tap them on the shoulder, okay? And you want to be able to talk. And what you don't want to say is, so what do you think? Okay, that's the worst question that you can ask after the presentation ends, because they don't know what they're thinking right now. They're just, they're excited. They want to really get this thing going, okay? So you want to be able to ask them yes questions, okay? To really find out if, they actually see something for themselves, a way that they can accomplish their goals, okay? So I would ask them, so do you see a way where, you can get the car that you wanted? Okay? Do you see a way where you can help out your mom with this business? Okay? Do you see a way where you can get out of your 3 jobs? Okay? So if they say yes, it's like, okay, perfect. Let's get you started. You want to be able to fill out the application entirely, and then give them a copy of the application along with the income disclosure statement, okay? And if they're still not ready yet and they still have some questions, you want to be able to answer any questions that you have. Your sponsor or your upline can help you if they're at the presentation. If you still need help, you can always Skype in your sponsor as well, and they'll be able to help you there. And if you simply don't have an answer for them at the moment, then you want to be able to jot them down and make sure, as long as you know that you got their back and you understand, everything about opening is about finding a solution for them to get started. Whether it's them not having the money to get started, them not having the time to get started, or they need to think about it. It all comes down to finding a solution, okay? And if you want further training on this, you want to be able to contact your sponsor as well, or myself or Pedro, and we can help you that on a one-on-one basis on how to answer questions. Okay, so let's review the steps again. Number 1 in meeting conduct is dress for success. Number 2 is pick up your guests. Number 3 is be early. Number 4, introduce your guests. Number 5, sit up front. Number 6, participate. And number 7, opening. And that is our training for today, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.